Love, what's good? What's good, Facebook? What's good, Instagram? What's good, everybody? Omega, goddamn YouTube, all that shit. What's up, everybody? I mean, what's good out there in the world? It's your man, Lord, checking in for another day, another another show, another episode. We on the goddamn, we on that topic of we on that thing of North Carolina's criminal justice system. You know what I speak on. You know how I live out here. You know what I'm saying. I'm really just trying to give the people a peek behind the veil of what's really popping out here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all a part of society, but I don't think a lot of us really even understand what's going on in society, in our world. You know what I'm saying? It's like hey fam, what's good? What's good on the gram, y'all? What's good? It's your man Lord. I'm already in tune. Tune in and all of that shit with YouTube. I'm on my YouTube channel. Look at this right here. Interruptions. Whoever's calling me, love you. Please check back with me. You know what I'm saying? This is the people's hour right here. You know what I mean? If you don't know, it's the Lord Christopher Hour, aka the Omega Show. And they serious about getting in touch with me, whoever it is. But what can you say? You did? Love y'all. Call me back. I gotta give it up for the people right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the Lord Christopher Hour right here. This is for the people. I'm out in the elements. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, in the city. Like I said, just trying to bring awareness, man. I don't know if people get it. You dig? I don't know if people get it because everybody has their own fight. Everybody is doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And for the majority, let me back this up right here. Let me back this up. Pause for a second, Graham. All right? Pause for a second. And we're doing it just like that. You feel me? You still there with me? Hanging up on people because that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. On my last show, and for those of y'all that don't know, check this right here. You're watching your man Lord, and what I'm speaking on is North Carolina's criminal justice system. And if you're not in North Carolina, crazy shit right here. This is that crazy shit I be talking about. And if you're not in North Carolina, listen to what I'm telling you. Pay attention to this shit anyway, because several states out here are taking instruction. They're taking note. They're taking what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? What's the word I'm looking for? They're following this lead from this state. They're following this state's example of the fuckery that they're twisting amongst their people. They're using to cripple their people. They're taking notes from this shit. They're following this lead. You see what I'm saying? And they're implementing some of the same shit in your state. And it's so crazy. I'm gonna tell you this right here. It's so crazy. Since I opened my eyes, I mean, these people put us in a shallow grave. You know what I'm saying? And most of us, they make these movies and these shows, like The Walking Dead. We walk around. They make the shows and they mock us. You dig what I'm saying? They're fucking mocking us. But who's the biggest supporter of this Walking Dead movement shit? Talking Dead, this goddamn World War Z. It's the people with melanin in this game. You know what I mean? I don't want to call you blacks because you're not black. Whoever started that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna just throw this out there. Motherfucker come up with the word race. Okay, in the race, you have to have a winner and a loser. You dig what I'm saying? So a motherfucker come up with this word race and say that you're black, I'm white, he's red, he's yellow. whatever the fuck. He purple. You did? And so when we say, all right, I'm a part of this race, we're saying that, I acknowledge that this is the winner of this race and I'm the loser, because a long time ago, through that savagery, they came in to different places of this world and they saw peaceful people, and they through their barbaric means began to torture us, you know what I'm saying, and torment us and kidnap us, and you know the story, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know the fucking story. Still, to this day, most of us, you know, we are dead set on pleasing these people and following these people and being a part of whatever they're doing. Whatever they're doing, we got to be a part of it. We want to be a part of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because we want to be accepted by our captors and our tormentors and our torturers. You see what I'm saying? It's a sickness in our minds. It's a sickness in our brains. You know what I mean? A long time passed before a label was given to this sickness. They call it the Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into, you know, where that came from, but they gave a label to this sickness that we're perpetuating generation after generation. We're teaching our children this. Those of you that have kids need to start to question your parenting. I'm not saying that you're a bad parent. I'm just saying question your parenting. I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. I'm not saying that because I'm just some motherfucker that's behind this camera, I could tell you how to raise your children. I'm not saying none of that shit. I'm just telling you that you should question your parenting, because everything that you've been told by your parents, by society, all this shit's a lie. It's a dupe. We've been duped. We've been had. You know what I'm saying? We've been bamboozled, motherfucker. We've been got them all of that shit. All that we do smoke up our nose. Whatever, however you want to say it. And that's not what we want to really get on to right now. It's just a small drop of in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Just one marshmallow in the bag. You feel what I'm saying? What I'm talking about today is your politicians. A lot of people are out here upset. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on. Each state has a lot going on because we put these slime balls in public office. All right, let me say this. We put these motherfuckers in public office, and what do? But they have a proven track record of time and time again. They goddamn slay us. They do some more fuckery. Look at this. They call it inflation. They do nothing but jacking prices up on every goddamn thing. You don't understand the market. You don't understand. I don't need to understand none of that. I don't know all about Adam Smith when he came up with all this shit way back. I done read about all that shit. But I'm telling you, it's a bunch of bullshit for you to submit yourself to it and then complain about it. I'm telling you that when we put these son of bitches in those offices, they are public servants. They're there to serve us and our communities. But guess what they do? Guess what the fuck they do? What I'm telling you is they betray your ass. That's what I'm telling you, motherfucker. They betray you. And guess what? They betray you because over generations and generations, there have been countless examples of how your leaders, your black leaders, your community leaders, your whatever type of leader you have sold you out for a couple dollars. Yeah, it's been countless examples. And so these politicians, they continue to make deals with the devil, and they continue to buy. No. They don't even buy these more. They rent your public servants out. And when they get tired of them, they find a way to get rid of them. They rent them out. Like the whores they are, the sluts, you know what I'm saying? Fame whores and all kind of bullshit. That's what they are. Your leaders are nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. But I'm here to tell you, there's a different day and there's a better way. And as a matter of fact, while I'm speaking on that, there's a brighter day ahead. Why am I saying this? Because Lord God Almighty, and I'm no specialist on what God wants. I'm no what do you call them? Evangelist. I'm not gonna get up here and play on your fears and your hopes and dreams. I'm not gonna do any of that. What my show is about, what I'm telling you people is I'm here to give you micro doses of reality, just little drops, just because you can't take a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a lot. Just like the government. The government proved this long ago. They said we've got to hide this Roswell shit about these fucking aliens because these people are not ready for the truth. They weren't talking about you. They were talking about these European Americans. You know what I'm saying? The one that perpetuate the lie, that believe in the lie, and that really have sway with these politicians. You don't really have sway with these politicians. You just think you do. They just use you. They know that they can trick you with whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like this this President Joe Biden cat and this Kamala Harris vice president lady. They trick the shit out of you, man. Now, gas is $12 a gallon, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Now they got them doing deals right now. You know, you concerned with an oil pipeline and you're not even thinking about how many of your kids they really lock the fuck up. They really lock them up. I tell you all the time that the only reason now the prison system, they say the prison system right now is as low as it's been since 1982. And the only reason of that is because of the fucking coronavirus. Not because, even though, you know, Bill Clinton, he get up there, oh, I'm sorry for what I did. You know I broke up innocent families and communities and I fucked up a lot of people's homes and I'm sorry. Vote for Hillary. He didn't give a fuck about no apology. He wasn't trying to apologize. They know what Joe Biden. He was back then. He was a senator then. They were doing all this. Yeah, they was making these deals and they was, you know. And I just put it out on my show a couple of shows back. It was a newspaper article where they showed how there were 12 states in this country that vowed. You understand what I'm saying? And it's very important. I get you to understand it. You know, that small word has very big meaning. But they vowed to increase the number of incarcerated black males by 83% before 2020. So guess what happens? I told you, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. He got upset. He's watching you. He's watching all of us. Ain't no way you can go that he don't see you. Where you gonna go? You go in the pits of hell. You go down to the depths, the deepest ocean. He's gonna see you. So he's watching all of this, and he's saying, how pitiful are my people? How sad are they that they just... Because let me say this right here. What you say is race. Every race of people have been in bondage before. Every one of us. But there wasn't a allotted time, you know. And I have my days when I struggle, go through some serious battles with myself and my mind, and I just be questioning, like, God, I was screaming out, like, God, are you that evil that you would allow me to go through this? I got to keep going through this crazy shit right here. I'm like, over and over and over, I got to keep going. And he always says this to me, like, I created you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even understand what I'm trying to say. He says, but I created you. Like, what are you, helpless? What the fuck? Let me just say this right here. The human being, out of every race, out of every realm, out of every planet, out of anywhere that you can think of going, you see what I'm saying? The human being is the greatest creation in all of these worlds. All of them. All of these worlds. You know, you watch these Marvel hero shits, and they got all these different herbs and all these different worlds and planets. It's just wherever, all these universes, and we are the greatest creation in all of those worlds. But guess what we do? And I'm not picking on nobody, but listen to this right here. We want to get high because we can't cope. We need crutches. We want to depend on somebody else. We want to use other people to make us feel better. We want to talk bad to other people and make them feel low so that we'll feel high. All kinds of the fucked up things that we do, that we go through because we're sad individuals. We're hurting. We feel alone. How many billions of people in this world? Like 7, 8 billion or some shit? Like, and we feel alone. You know what I'm saying? Our youth are killing themselves out here. Look at the rate of suicide over the past 2 years, man. Over the past 10 years, man. Look at the rates of suicide. Your children out here. And this is why I say every day, every time I'm on my show, I say you're selling your children out and I'm ashamed of you. But that's coming from a place of where my mother and father sold me out. So I went through, I'm gonna give you a visual. I was thrown off into this river, but the waters were just so turbulent, and the waters were just, you know what I'm saying, just vicious waters, and I was just tossed from one side of the river to the other side, and there were sticks and hard, big rocks and just all kinds of hard shit just hitting me as I, you know what I'm saying, as I just, you know, like, what the fuck? Just trying to reach out and grab on this shit, like, hold on, I need to get, if I could just get still, you know what I'm saying? That's what your children are going through. And then on top of that, you let these politicians, these leaders, convince your kids that they're not even who they are. Oh, you're not a boy, maybe you're a girl, that's why you're having these problems. You're not a girl, maybe you're a boy, so the things you're feeling at home or you're experiencing at home are not even your fault. It's just because you're not even really understanding that you're not really who you. All kinds of shit, man. So I say that there are 3 pipelines that the government has been using, and they have been using these people in the form of jobs. I'm gonna give you this job. I'm gonna pay you to do this dirty work for me. That's what the government does. And so you out there, in the name of, oh, I gotta pay my bills. Crazy shit. Oh, I gotta pay my bills. So in the name of doing this, you lock your kids up. You put them in horrendous social conditions. You take kids from their homes. You worsen their homes. You know what I'm saying? You cripple people. But it's all kind of fucked up jobs. I mean, the best job you can have pays the absolute least. You come into my restaurant and I'm a server, or I'm working behind the cashier or some shit. I'm just taking your order. I'm serving you, but I'm not hurting you. And then you could say that, well, because this fucking food is not really good for you, that I'm hurting you. But let me say this. There's this absolute free choice in fast food. You know what I'm saying? There's free choice in that shit. You can take that same $7 for a fucking whatever kind of sandwich meal or whatever kind of hamburger meal you get, or whatever kind of meal you get. You can take that same $7, $8 and get you a salad. Get your salad. Go to the motherfucking grocery store, get your ready-made salad, $3, $4. 2 of them, $8. You just bought that. You just bought a little meal for that with that fucking fucked up drink, that soft drink. You just bought death, an ounce of death, when you could have bought 2 pounds of cure. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about this person is hurting you. I mean, they're there, they're trying to work, they're trying to support themselves, but they're not doing any fuckery behind the scenes. I'm offering you a quick, convenient service so you can go on about your day. I'm trying to help you out. Now, there's a choice to eat at these places, but that's the best fucking job it is, because all this other shit out here, I mean, you know, nothing. You know, you work at the little dollar store, whatever. You know, little store. You Family Dollar, Dollar General, whatever. You work at these little stores, at the food line, whatever. You know, that's cool shit. You're not hurting anybody. But when you come to all this other shit, all these other aspects of society, we're polluting the fucking air. We're poisoning the goddamn rivers and lakes and streams and shit. We're fucking up. We build cars to make it convenient for us. But look what we have to do. We have to drill all through the goddamn lakes and the dams and all this, and we got to make deals with all these gallons and all this, and then we got to charge your ass for this shit. So right now, because there's a war way the fuck up, we're gonna use that as an excuse to raise the gas prices even more. A war between Russia and goddamn Ukraine that has shit to do with us. Our prices are. They could say, America depends on all these billions of pounds of shit to make stop signs from the Ukraine. Yeah, you can make up any kind of them, and we'll believe it. And guess what? We're gonna keep putting these same fucking politicians in office, right? We're gonna keep putting these same motherfuckers in office because we're gullible. On my last show, I was interrupted by YouTube with their tricks and things. With their tricks, keep shutting my show off. But before that right there, my last show was about I was speaking on how these politicians, these government agents, these state government agents, these federal government agents, because remember, I always told you it's federal then state. Whether you're in Pennsylvania, it's federal then state. Indiana, federal then state. It trickles down. We're in North Carolina, so it comes down to the state. So wherever you're at, it's federal then state. And I was speaking about how these state actors, these people that you put in these positions, you know what I'm saying? They make these European Americans who really control what's going on in society, these fucked up social conditions and things, who really control it by their ignorance and their psychosis, right? Because just like way back in the days, these are the same people that hired this militia to patrol the slaves. Don't let our slaves get free because they might they might come onto my land and burn my buildings down, or steal some of my sheep or my cows, or they might come in here and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? What to do was just whatever. They was just thinking crazy, get this psychosis, thinking all kind of twisted shit. These slaves might get free, and so they came up with this militia, and they said, well, we'll be these slave patrols. And today, you know them as the police. You know them as the police, but their function is the same. Now, over the years, in an attempt to so-called revamp change the face of the police, the force, we're gonna add a few blacks in here. We're gonna put these niggas in here, give them a job, make it look like they're helping us. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna put a couple of women in here. Now, I could give you lots of examples of how they've dogged black women out, certain states, different situations, beat them, or these women have seen some crazy shit and then try to report it and end up getting fired, or their pensions get mysteriously taken from them, and all kinds of different crazy shit. But here's the thing: if you are I have problems with saying it, but if you are a black, you call yourself a black person, black or brown, you got any type of melanin in your skin, and you work for any area of the legal system, any department, I'm not going to say police officer, any area of the police, all of this, you got 3 different branches, the administrative, legislative, judicial. You work for any of that shit, any of it, you should be shot. You should be hung up by one of these fucking trees like they used to do our people. Because you have decided to help these Klansmen do this to us. Instead of us hanging from trees, they put us in these goddamn warehouses, let us rot. Do you know what that does to a motherfucker's mind? You don't even understand. You can never understand what it does to a motherfucker's mind. Oh my God. But through America's psychosis, excuse me, through our psychosis, through America's psychosis, we've begun to place more value in those coming out of prison because we know their mind is warped. Look, oh, he cool as hell. He got a pants second. So we place more value on them because that's what these twisted white people want you to follow this crazy. Cause we know where he's headed. We know what road. Yeah. Follow this nigga. Yeah. He cool. Yeah. Goddamn. Get with them. Get with them niggas over there. Yeah. They know where they're headed. See what I'm saying? So a motherfucker that's working 2 jobs, trying to take care of these kids, and maybe a girl that knows the kid's not even his, or maybe he just came into the family where the kids were little. He's trying to take care. The society don't have no respect for these niggas. See what I'm saying? They don't have no respect for these men. It's so sad because the same men out here trying to teach these children something are the ones that you devalue so that the kids will continue to be lost and follow this path over here. You see what I'm saying? You love that shit. And the women, oh my God. So I've had, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of different women because they feel like you're not this. So you, maybe you kind of lame, you know what I'm saying? I thought you was a baller. You know what I'm saying? Because I represent something different. I represent God, man. I'm not a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But because I try to tell you that you're still the queen of the earth, no matter what has changed in society, no matter what the status quo says we are now, niggas and bitches. You a side or a main. You know what I'm saying? I always, no, princess, no, you're a queen, no, you this, you this. So I always been kind of lame. So our women, they love this shit. They make songs about it. Mary J, Mr. Wrong. You know what I'm saying? All these goddamn, I can give you a whole bunch of different songs. But now here goes the psychosis in the woman. As soon as this person here just stops meeting whatever criteria, you know what I'm saying? He done had 4 different babies on the side on this motherfucker here. Or he done fucked all the friends, all the cousin and sister. He tried to hit mom dukes, you know what I'm saying? Might have hit mom. You know what I'm saying? Now all niggas ain't shit. Y'all niggas ain't nothing but dogs. All niggas, See what I'm saying? That psychosis. And it's all good. But I was speaking on my very last show. Like I said, skip one removed. Because my last show was kind of, as soon as I jumped on there, YouTube cut me off. And so I kind of went into a tirade. So I wouldn't even consider that a show. But my last show, I was speaking about how your politicians, the federal government, they pump this craziness into the European Americans' heads. And they tell them, like, okay, all of the problems that's going on in society is because it's these fucking blacks. Just hate the blacks, that's what we do. These fucking Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Just hate these motherfuckers, that's what we do. So European Americans, through their psychosis, that's what they do. They start, well, they don't start. It's like a thing that's beaten into their children. Like, no, don't hang out. No, don't hang out with these motherfuckers. You gotta hate them. Just stay away from them. But then there's these kids that go to school and they're like, the teacher is teaching us that, damn, we gotta sit beside them, we gotta color together, we gotta play together, we gotta do this together, sing songs together, we gotta do experiments together, what the fuck? So your kids are confused, you know what I'm saying? They grew up kind of confused. But I was speaking about how the politicians pulled this off, and the European American, because of their psychosis, the first thing they do is like, oh yeah, the fucking politicians are right. Our public servants. So they rather be called politicians so you won't hear public servants. That's what the fuck they are. They're public servants. They're servants for us, the public. See what I'm saying? But these son of bitches are the ones who've taken our sovereignty from us, the citizen. Each of the states, the citizens of the states are sovereign. But through America's psychosis and these crazy European Americans, just their fucking this inherent evil they have, you know what I'm saying? Let me just throw this in here as a sidebar really quick. Let me just interject real quick. I just got to throw this in here real quick. You would be fucking amazed how many books I've written by a European American that has tried to make everybody think that everybody has these inherent evil, twisted ass desires. Women too. Women, like white women. Yeah. They try to make you think. They write these books and they try to make you think like, yeah, everybody thinks like this. Yeah. Where do you think that lesbian shit come from? Where do you think that man bashing shit, that male bashing, that's where that shit comes from, white women. But you would be surprised how many books I've read by these people, male and female, that try to make everybody think like it's everybody in the world that has these fucked up desires, that has these fucked up thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Wow. So now you like, shit, I might as well think crazy as hell. I might as well act crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I might as motherfucking well, because everybody else doing it. I might as well do this right here, because shit, that motherfucker did it, got away with it. This motherfucker over here doing the shit, might as well. So I'm going to challenge you, family. I'm going to challenge you out here. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Not stop reading. Don't stop reading and educating your mind. You know what I'm saying? Expanding your mind, your thoughts. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you, just stop believing every fucking thing you read, man. Everything you hear from these people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not just these people. I'm just saying everybody. All your sources. Just stop. Because you're so busy. And I know I'm a busy motherfucker myself. So I know that it's very hard to take this one thing right here and have it coexist with you all through the week. Because you might have this, I got to do this Monday, and then all this other shit pops up, and this shit is on the back burner. So now Tuesday, I gotta make sure I get this done Tuesday. Then the next thing you know, it's fucking next Monday, and you forget all about this shit because there's so much other shit that keeps popping up. But I'm challenging you, if you read any fucking thing, if you hear any fucking thing, I'm challenging you. If you say that you're an intelligent being, I don't give a fuck if you don't never read or never listen to people. I don't give a fuck if you never listen to talk radio or MSNBC or CNN, whatever, all these different shit. I don't give a fuck if you never do that. I'm just saying, the motherfuckers you hang out with, your sisters, your goddamn brother, your aunt, your uncle, whoever tells you anything, wherever you hear something, wherever you read something, I'm challenging you. You say you're an intelligent person, fact check that shit. Because I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because back in the day, the key was to hide knowledge from you. Keep you stupid. If you can't find knowledge, if you don't come upon knowledge, then you're absent of knowledge. That's what stupidity is. You're absent of knowledge. The absence of intelligence. Okay, now today, we'll fast forward to today's times when they just flood you with different things. So now you don't know what to fucking believe because of our psychosis. Because of our psychosis, we don't know what the fuck to believe because there's so much and there's so many different sources out here, and it's just, what the fuck? What is, I don't know. And it just overwhelms us. And then you gotta get high. And then you gotta get drunk. And then you gotta go fuck something. And then you gotta go, goddamn, just talk some shit to a motherfucker. Then you gotta go beat up a motherfucker, shoot a motherfucker. You gotta go do something to get this shit up off of you because your mind's all goddamn twisted around. Now you're like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm gonna just go goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So the problem never, you know what I'm saying? It never gets solved. The problem never gets solved. Because they continue to flood all of these different platforms and venues or whatever the case. They continue to flood them with more and more, and increasingly different, diverse types of material and all kinds of shit. So now you like, so you just gravitate, and then hold on, let me say this right here too, though. And then you have these slimy motherfuckers like this Zuckerberg motherfucker that's kind of hiding shit from you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just put this out here because that's what you hit on right then. When you first locked, you hit on this. So let me just flood you with a bunch of this shit right here anyway. So maybe this is what you like. We're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? I'd be on the goddamn KKK site, not because I'm a KKK, not because I hate black people. I just want to know what the fuck they know. You feel what I'm saying? But you gotta have a strong mind. You gotta have an intelligent mind. You gotta have what they call we'll say a dissecting mind. You gotta be able to really detect bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't, guess what? You're gonna believe what the fuck ever. Your mind is susceptible. It's so susceptible to. It's like a cup, man. Your mind is really like a cup, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an intricate thing. It's very intricate. But it's like whatever you put in it, though. Because the cup is intricate. It's an intricate thing. You know how many different types of cups you can make? You can make billions of types of cups with different types of materials. This is a brilliant motherfucking device, man. It's a tool. But whatever I put in the cup is what's important. The cup ain't important. The cup is there. You know what I'm saying? It's there for use. Your brain is there for use. But whatever you feed your brain. Now, if I feed my brain 30 different types of knowledge, if I read Shakespeare, if I read urban novels, if I read fucking car manuals, how to take cars apart, shit like that. If I read medical journals, you know what I'm saying? Those circuits, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna start firing. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna start working, and you're a genius. The average person don't even know you're a fucking genius. So you're gonna start your mind, and how we work is we naturally, whatever problem manifests in our lives, whatever problem we think of, our minds automatically, just like inherently, just like boom, we come up, whatever thesis we create, we automatically create an antithesis. Like whatever thing we can think of, we automatically think of the opposite of it. Like, this might be a good idea. But we also think of another situation that could be just as worse, involving the same thing. So it's just whatever you put into that cup. So I was speaking about how these European Americans, they've been believing that shit about them. We just hate the blacks thing, you know what I'm saying? So they've been teaching the kids that shit. So the kids go to school and they do dumbass shit and they get with other stupid motherfuckers, and then they wanna jump on a little black boy in school or some shit, or take fucked up pictures. You've seen it. These motherfuckers doing that shit all the way into college and all. Even after they come out of college, they all in political office doing that stupid ass shit. You've seen it. You've seen that shit over and over and over. You're gonna keep seeing it. Guess why? Because you don't realize the power you have to change some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you sit back and our people, they follow behind their men if they have one. But most of us, they're single women out here. They're single parents out here. And so what they do is they use this excuse to not be a part of their children's lives. They think the teacher is supposed to raise their children for them because they're tired. They gotta work. You know what I mean? Single mother, I know. Pop left the house long time ago. Early in the game, Pop left. You know what I'm saying? So Shorty got to work 2 jobs. I was there. I seen that. Streets raised me, yeah. And even with that, I saw then, way back then, I saw how these state governments, how these state leaders were sectioning off my little friends, you know what I'm saying? Putting them in these worse and worse areas, these fucked up neighborhoods, and their schools were different, and their busing was different, and their food was different, you know what I'm saying? I seen all of that shit. I seen it. I used to get my ass beat because I used to always want to go way the fuck over there and play with them, and then I could never come back and catch that street light, so I get my ass tore up. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe 2-3 days later, but I got my ass tore up. Yeah. Believe that. Trust and believe that. That's one thing about my childhood. I got my ass tore up a lot. Feel me? I don't respect you parents out there doing that shit to your kids, beating the fucking life out of your kids. You don't even talk to them. I don't respect that shit. But anyway, I was speaking about how these European Americans, they perpetuate that. We just hate the blacks. But like I said, it's through psychosis that they think like this. Because the governments don't really hate the blacks. They don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a political agenda. So why do you think way back then they start putting blacks into these all-white schools? It wasn't because no goddamn Martin Luther King. No, it wasn't. No. All this shit was plotted and planned. I'll give you a perfect example. I want you to read The Unseen Hand. Grab a hold of this book, The Unseen Hand. Read this thing. All the wars have been plotted out since before the first World War. All this shit have been plotted out. The Gulf War, all these, and the dates. What age your child can start going to school? You know what I'm saying? They fought to keep lowering that age. Now they have your children their whole lives. And like I said, they were segregating us off. Way back then when I was coming up, they were segregating us. So me, guess what? I kept losing friends, more and more friends. I kept losing friends. Even I would go over there when I was, I started driving. I got these little whips and shit. I'm all these neighborhoods. Police pulled me over as soon as I leave. What you doing over here? What? Who you came to see over here? And they would, and what was happening was these people, and when I speak on these people, these police and these fucking these gangs, the police gang. That's what they are. They're a gang, police, and all the militia. That's all they are. They're brotherhood. They call themselves a brotherhood, but they're no fucking terrorizers and intimidators, and they're terrorists, American terrorists, domestic terrorists. That's all they are. But anyway, that's what they were doing. They were just. That's what they were doing. They would just. They would get that shit out of people. Like, basically, well, I say I went over here to see this person. Come out of this neighborhood, and I was like, yeah, I just came to see my girl. My girl's still here. Next thing you know, she. Her family got kicked out or something. Excuse me. Oh, my partner stayed right. I just came to see my man right here. Who? What apartment was it? What house is it? Next thing you know, they in jail. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that dealt with these outsiders, they were breaking them. You know what I'm saying? They were forming them then. They were fashioning them then. Back then, when I was growing up. So I missed it. I missed it. I didn't get that. And God separates, I'll tell you this, God separates people for a reason. Just like, right now I'm Noah, just like he told Noah, go build this ark, kid. I want you to do this for me. So Noah like, yo, do you know all these people talking trash to me, man? They picking on me and throwing rocks at me when they walk by, and sometimes you just gotta go through shit. Look at Daniel. Went through some shit. Joseph. Just had to go through. Sometimes you just gotta go through something. Feel what I'm saying? Same shit out here now. Those same people that were segregated away from me, now they niggas got them. Nigga think he better than that. They were chosen by the wrong people. I was chosen by the big man. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not, please, 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 please do not think I'm dissing anybody, because I love my people. You know what I mean? I go all the way to war. I go to bat for my people every time. And they always the one to sell me the fuck out. But I still still to this day. Still go to bat for them. But they just, what these European Americans will do, they'll discredit you. And that's what made me start this right here, this channel right here. Lord Christopher Howard. If you haven't seen it, get up on me, man. I'm doing more than just out here trying to rant and rave about, oh, I was locked up, oh, I went through this. No. The only, get this to your head, the only fucking reason I'm in front of this camera is because I want somebody out there to save their fucking kids, man. I don't give a fuck if it's just one of you. Save your children with what I'm telling you, because I've been through it. And when I went through it, I was fucking amazed that nobody else was seeing it how I was seeing it, as what it is. Everybody else was just seeing it as this is just what the whites take us through, and I'm just used to it, and I'm cool because they cool with me, they love me, they let me get away with bullshit, they let me do what the fuck I want. Okay, wait. So in slavery days, sometimes, you know, one of the Osiris, this is the way they call themselves, a slave master or owner, whatever the fuck they was, they come to another. They were like, yo, you know, your slaves out there drinking and acting crazy and acting a fool and getting rowdy and getting loud. So the master say, yeah, goddammit, yeah, let them drink, goddammit. As long as they wild and acting stupid, I know what the fuck they doing. I know where they at. But if they get too quiet, if you get too quiet, you dig what I'm saying? This motherfucker might have tried to hop the goddamn fence on you. You know, that's what it was telling them. Like, yo, this motherfucker might have dipped out, so I'm happy he out there getting drunk, acting stupid. They might be out there trying to read a goddamn book. Might be trying to read the Bible. No, heaven forbid. We're not trying to hear that shit there. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, so check it. Keep getting back to the topic. I did, and first of all, let me just say this right here. I did do away with the this day in history, and I said I was gonna bring it back this week, but I didn't. Right with me anyway. I'm bringing it back next week. Everything all good, y'all. I ain't forget. But anyway, let me get back on topic. So, I was saying how the white people, because of the government, they was like, all right, we just hate the blacks. But through that psychosis, they don't even realize that they don't hate the blacks. They don't hate the blacks. They just use us. They use us as far as they need to use us. You know what I'm saying? You see it all the time when they want the black vote. They want to get in office. They'll use the black vote to propel them. All of a sudden, we're important. They come to our neighborhoods now and they tell us, oh, well, we're going to do this. But if it ain't for that, if they're confident that they're going to win office, skip right over us, bypass right the fuck over us. They don't give a fuck about us. Give a fuck about our communities. But especially the women. Our nation, the American black, is the only nation in the world where the only nation ever in world history ever that have been so content with being in bondage and enslaved. We are an enslaved people, and this country of the blacks, this country of American blacks, they actually think that these people love them. They think that they're equal to them. They think that society is meant for all of them. And so when something happens, they'll go out here and protest, and they'll be like, oh no, this ain't right, you know, we gotta change this, and they don't realize that, you know, these are the motherfuckers that did this shit in the first place. These are the motherfuckers that created this problem in the first place. Why would they try to fix it? Alright, but I wanted to jump back on that point where I was speaking about on our last show, you know, about how the state governments, the federal governments, they don't really hate the blacks, but the psychosis of the European American makes them really think that this is some true shit, and so they keep putting the worst motherfuckers in office. Look at South Carolina. Look at all the South. Look at Texas right now. All this. Look at all. Matter of fact, all these states going through this with the Roe versus Wade. They're trying to do away with all of it. I'm telling you, they're trying to do away with all of the positivity, the positive things that have been passed through the Supreme Court. All the good things about the Constitution. They're trying to wipe away the Constitution. And really, I will keep telling you the Constitution was not written for you anyway, but they're trying to do away with it anyway. And the only thing that they really give a damn about is the Second Amendment. I got the right to bear this gun. I'm gonna use that to the fullest. All this other shit, I don't give no fuck about it. I don't care no about the speedy trial and all this other. I ain't going to jail. And that's what they think. That's the way they think. You see what I'm saying? But meanwhile, you people are suffering from anxiety and depression, and you got to take all these fucking pills, and then your health is deteriorating, and now you're on insulin, and that shit is high as hell, and that ain't the blacks' fault. We didn't make the goddamn World Health Organization go in business with Big Pharma, and go in business with the government, and go in business with the politicians, and go in business with all these other motherfuckers that just cripple you. They want to cripple you while they crippling me. They're using you to help cripple me, and then once I am crippled, they can come back and cripple your dumb ass because you helped them. Now who's to stop them from coming to get you? You don't have no help now. You don't have no fucking help now. So we'll look at January the 6th as a very important milestone in American society, as some of these motherfuckers are finally wisening up. They see what their government has been lying to them. Some of these people actually is kind of misguided, and like I said, through their psychosis, they still don't understand completely what the fuck is going on. But guess what? They're waking up. They're like, oh shit, our government's been lying to us all this time, all these years. They've been lying to us. They're waking the fuck up little by little. But January the 6th was a testament to how many people have really woken up. Now you see that this government did not retaliate against them. They let them come there, and they let them come there on government property, state property, government property, all that, and kill motherfuckers. They kill them, kill people. They didn't even want to lock them up. The year before, black lady just sightseeing, got lost. They shot her fucking dead. One black lady in one car shot her the fuck dead. But these black women are the main motherfucking ones that are. I gotta me a white boy. I don't give a fuck what you do. Matter of fact, big up. I'm not a racist dude. I'm not a racist dude at all. But it's that psychosis that drives you to the white man. It's that psychosis. See what I'm saying? Just like the psychosis with our people, when I come around, the average black woman, she's like, because she used to this. She used to this nigga. She shut all the way down when I come around. She don't know how to take me. She don't know. She can't understand me. She don't know the fuck. I don't know how to fuck this shit out, bro. So what the government do, the state government, they have to take people like me out of society. They try to take people like me and desecrate their name. Like I told you before, your most prized possession ain't your fucking J's, my nigga. Little lady, little man, it ain't your J's. That's your most prized possession. Your reputation. They'll take that shit. They try to twist it around and fuck you over, and that's what the American criminal justice system is about. But I'm speaking about North Carolina's criminal justice system. I'm gonna show you what they do. I'm gonna show you how they do it, and then you just analyze it and compare it to your state. But this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here speaking about this now. But like I was saying about these European Americans, their health is deteriorating. They're getting worse off, and they're getting increasingly more and more mental health. They're suffering from more and more mental illness. So their children are raised up to see that. You know what I mean? So guess who's getting high? Who's out here who's buying all this dope? Who's suffering the most through the opioid epidemics? Who's dying, ODing, and killing themselves and all kinds of fuckery, going to prison and all this shit? Guess whose kids? Guess whose kids I met when I was in there? That's why I tell you all the time when I'm on this shit right here, you're selling out your children. You're trying to hurt blacks or whoever the fuck you're trying to hurt the most. But let me just say this again. I always tell you that the universe is a mirror. And all that energy you put out, that's what's coming right back at you. So even if your health doesn't deteriorate, look at your sister. Look at your children. Look at your mom. Look at what this shit they got to go through. Look at how they're dying. Look how they're suffering. Look how they're living while they're actually not even living. Look what they're going through. Because all this fucked up energy you put out into society. You doing this shit. Yeah, you, motherfucker, you doing this shit. Not just the European American. Some of my brothers and sisters too. A lot of my brothers and sisters is out here doing this shit too. Fucked all the way up. But you cannot tell them that they are. Love their ways. And it's because I tell you all the time that, because we're a demonic being. You know, when it said Lucifer got kicked out of heaven and a third of the angels came with him, who you think you are? Why you think he ended up here? How the fuck you think he ended up here? You never thought about how all your books say that the devil and man was put in the garden together and all ended up here? Y'all don't even hear me. But through our psychosis, rather than build schools, you dig what I'm saying? Even though school is a direct pipeline to this generational slavery I be telling you about. But even with that, rather than build schools, they would build more prisons, more high-tech prisons, more and more, increasingly more savage prisons. You know what I'm saying? To house increasingly more savage individuals. Wow. Through this American psychosis. Instead of continuing to be the greatest country in the world, what they called themselves a long time ago, the greatest country in the world. Like this Trump kid, like, let's make it great again. It used to be, that's what they used to say, this is the greatest country in the world. They used to say that. So now they saying, well, let's make it great again. They know it's shit. So instead of being the greatest country in the world, America has chosen to alienate all of its people. That's what they do. These same people that you put in these offices, they alienate you. I don't give a fuck what race you call yourself, what you want to be identified as. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They alienate you some kind of way. They alienate you because, like I say, the Constitution was written for the pure white American male. Wherever they came from, the descendants. The Constitution was written for their descendants. Even if you're born with, you're born mentally challenged, you're born physically challenged, physically handicapped, the Constitution's not for you. I don't give a fuck if you're white. The Constitution's not for you. That's what they're saying. Even the women. You're going to have this boy for me, but the Constitution's not for you. We don't give a fuck what you got. We don't care. Just have these boys for me. If you can't have boys for me, you can't have kids for me, we don't need you. Go get you a black husband, whatever. We don't give a fuck. Get you an Italian. We don't give a fuck. That's what they tell you. The Constitution was written for a certain amount of people. And everybody else around that small minority, what they call me, I hate that. Don't call me no fucking minority. I'm not a minority. But my people are just in a shallow grave right now. They're sleeping right now. They don't want to see that we're predominant. We can never be whatever. But this small minority here, all the people around it, all these people that say, okay, I'm an Asian American, I'm a Honduran American, I'm a Afro-American, African-American, well, all these people, all these, whatever, these little titles they get these motherfuckers, whatever you want to be called, yourself, all y'all are the enemy. See what I'm saying? So America has chosen to alienate all of y'all. So just be the slave. Just come here and work and build us up and keep making us richer. Just always, that's the only thing you can do for us. We don't want you to, even if we marry one of you motherfuckers, we don't want you to think that you're equal with us. We don't want you, this is what they're telling you. We don't want you to think like you can own all, we don't want you owning nothing. But we'll let you own it, we'll come back and get it later. Don't worry about it. But America has chosen to not only alienate its people, it shoots people dead in the streets. It lets this goddamn, the gangs, the police officer gangs, they let them shoot people dead in the street. At the grocery store, at the fucking restaurant, shoot them dead in the street. At the convenience store, put the knee on the neck, choke the life out of them. They let these goddamn little armed citizen militia kill motherfuckers in the street. It's America, that's what America does. Let them kill them in the street. Alienated as people. Even those ones that they so-called set aside to build up in their image and their likeness. Like I said, the wrong people is chosen. You know what I mean? America chooses to find joy and happiness in the destruction of black families. That's what America does. America chooses to throw away their own sovereignty. Their own sovereignty. They've thrown away their own privacy, their sovereignty, because they become the greatest indebted nation in the world. Wow. But anyway, they would rather flood trashy areas of each city with broken black families, the families that they broke. They broke these black families, then put them in these fucked up areas. These goddamn landfill right over there. You know all that red line and shit. You heard about it. Fucked up. Fucked all the way up. But then to take it a step further, they would take these broken black families and then flood those broken black families with drugs and guns and anger and hopelessness and despair and all kinds of other fucked up shit, and then put a prison right over there. And the thing about it, they got so much pressure from these old farmers, these old redneck Ku Klux Klan farmers. They did away with all this farming shit, and it was a governmental thing. So the government wanted to control all the food, so it can poison motherfuckers off little by little. So they put a lot of these farmers out of business. You know what I'm saying? So farmers put pressure on them. God damn it, we've been doing all this and this for y'all motherfuckers. And we held these slaves and on our property for y'all motherfuckers. We did this. So they put that prison over there. Guess who's working there? These old slave owners and their descendants, and they kids and they grandkids. So they still running the plantation. Ain't nothing new to them. And then some of the youth in there, the blacks in there, gravitate, master. Love them to death. Love them, oh, master. So I'm in there my mind is blown, like what the slavery still exists. Point blank simple. You can tell yourself whatever the fuck you want to tell yourself. Oh, no, you crazy nigga. Tell you whatever you fuck you want to tell yourself. All right? Believe it. So the real issue that we were talking about was mass incarceration. The real, the pinpoint exactly where all of that talk had come from. We're talking about mass incarceration, excuse me. But the issue behind mass incarceration is, how even inside, you would think, we're going to take care of these motherfuckers because shit, hell, they helping us. Even with that, the prisoners behind the wall, they're denied their basic human rights. Basic human rights. They're denied this shit. Day in and day out. Their dignity. They're denied their own dignity. Day in and day out. Mass incarceration. That's where it's come from. okay, on a daily basis. But the greatest part of this is the prison population has highlighted, racial disparities. It has driven money away from valuable social spending and is completely unsustainable for the 21st century. This is what mass incarceration is. Completely unsustainable. And these fucking politicians that you put in office, they know it. These fucking politicians, they know it. Running the country on the ground, they get a kick out of this shit. Meanwhile, they're stealing they're getting a hold of every fucking resource they can and just desecrating it. So if you ever do get a chance to get it, ain't shit worth a damn. Even the goddamn earth, they fucking up the earth. Air ain't even good no more. Fucking shit up. They know that this shit is fucking up the global economy just as well. The global economy. But as a social problem, it deepens disadvantages and forecloses mobility for the most marginal in society. Mass incarceration does a lot to each and every community in the world. See this term, right? All right, now check this out. This phrase, mass incarceration, it was coined back in 2001 to bring attention to the unprecedented expansion of the U.S. prison population. Unprecedented. You know what unprecedented means? The unprecedented expansion of the U.S. prison populations. And to the systematic imprisonment of whole groups of the population, of the U.S. population. Whole groups. Systematic imprisonment. This is serious shit, y'all. Y'all ain't even hearing me though. So when I tell you schools, churches, prisons, these things are all components of generational slavery. This is how they continue generational slavery. This is what I'm talking about. This mass incarceration right there. Right there. You know what I'm saying? Schools, prisons, churches. So the mass incarceration is part of this prison thing. Very big part of it. Our friend, look at this right here. Our friend, a lady by the name of Michelle Alexander, she wrote this book, right? She wrote this book and titled it The New Jim Crow. Now, if you're over the age of 30, maybe, let's say 35. 30, I'm gonna give you 30 now. You should have heard the Jim Crow if you're 30, but we'll say 35. So you know what Jim Crow? You know that you've heard of Jim Crow. You know that term. You know you know the full definition of it. You know the full meaning of it. It's nothing good. So she writes this book and calls it The New Jim Crow. So you gotta be like, oh, wait. Michelle Alexander. All right? First of all, let me just say this right here. Miss Alexander acknowledged in one of her lectures on YouTube. And if you've never heard of Michelle Alexander, if you've never seen any of her lectures or dissertations or have never read this book that I'm speaking about, then I suggest that you quickly get up on her because you're doing yourself a disservice. Quickly, Google one of her dissertations right now. Get up on Michelle Alexander as soon as you get off my shit. Matter of fact, while you on my shit, y'all give me a like or some shit. Give me some likes, man. Y'all ain't gotta subscribe, but I would really appreciate subscribe to my shit, man. This is what we do. We talking about this criminal justice system in this state. They're fucking criminals, but they're in these offices. They're holding these offices. So if they're in these offices, that means they're doing this shit to more than just me. Anyway, But Miss Alexander, she acknowledges in one of her lectures of how she herself was ignorant, if I could use that word. She acknowledged how she herself was ignorant to of what was really going on within the criminal justice system. How they were really using it to damage our communities. She acknowledges that this shit was going on right in front of her face, as she masqueraded as for years as a fucking civil rights lawyer. So now we got to say, is there any civil rights lawyers out there that have a complete understanding of this system and actually help people that are coming to them with problems pertaining to this system? Like if you violate my civil rights, I can't even go get a lawyer because the lawyer think I'm fucking great. I'm ludicrous. I'm ridiculous. What are you talking about? This motherfucker talking crazy. Because the lawyer has been brainwashed to think just like them. So she's saying, she acknowledges, yeah, I was, I was ignorant of this shit. Like, it was right in front of my goddamn face. She acknowledged this shit in one of her dissertations. As a civil rights lawyer and advocate, wow. Now that was to me, that was the most profound shit out of, I think it was 1 hour, 10 minutes and like 30 something seconds, 32 seconds. 1 hour, 10 minutes and 32 seconds. Out of that whole dissertation, I think that was the most profound thing that Miss Alexander said. It was right in front of her face, and she was ignorant, had completely no idea of it. So now one question is, we gotta ask, like, do any of these lawyers have a clue of what's happening? You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? She'll tell you how she, became awake to this thing. I'm not gonna tell you. I really want you to check her out because she's a smart lady, brilliant person in my opinion. So I'm not gonna tell you. I just want you to get up on her. You know what I'm saying? Get up on her. Even though I reached out to her on Facebook as well. I reach out to. That's what I do. I'm that type of dude. I'm gonna check you out. You know what I'm saying? You say you on some good shit. I'm coming to see you. I don't gotta check you out. You out on this bullshit. I already know you on some bullshit. I ain't got no time. You ain't got no space for that shit. But if you say you on some good shit, some real shit, some true shit, some honest, you know what I'm saying, to God, honest to goodness, want to help my black people shit, I'm coming to check you out. You know what I mean? You feel me? Because I want to help too. But more times than not, a lot of people say something. What was that wrestler used to? It was a wrestler way back in the day. I was a little pee-wee motherfucker back then. He used to always say, to be the man, you gotta walk the walk. You can't just talk the talk. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how he said that shit. Real slick shit, man. I like that shit. It was cool as hell. Wrestling, when you watch wrestling, you see some real live personalities, entertainers in there. They're wrestling shit, entertainers. You see what I'm saying? That's what these motherfucking politicians are. They're entertainers. Drop a dime, have a press conference, get up in front of this mic, all these reporters, all these cameras, drop some shit on your ass. Eloquent. That shit sounds so good. You be like, God damn, that shit. I'm gonna vote for this motherfucker. And elections are coming up, and they dropping it too, y'all. They dropping shit, y'all. They want y'all to vote for them. Fuck all of them, bro. They ain't shit. Ain't nothing no good, man. Because once they get in there, they start making them little secret deals, and they start selling us all the way out. Let me take that back. I ain't gonna say all of them ain't no good. There's a few. Just gotta do your homework. You gotta be, thorough. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be thorough. Do your fucking homework on these people, man. Don't just go in there and I'm gonna just check all Democrat. That's how that crazy bitch, when y'all put Barack Obama in office, that's how that crazy bitch Beverly Perdue got put in office in this state right here. Beverly Perdue. Terrible. Even her own goddamn office said, no, you never running for office again. Horrible. Demonic motherfuckers, man. Demonic people. But Miss Alexander, she admits how she felt like those people were, and when I say those people, I'm talking about motherfuckers like myself. Like, I'm coming to you like, help me change this legal system. Yo, this legal system fucked up, help me change. She says, I thought those people were speaking out on issues that, she says those people that were speaking out on these issues were simply engaging in hyperbole. That's what she said. They were engaging in hyperbole. Do you know what the fuck that means? You gotta look it up, man. Look that shit up, man. Google that shit. Hyperbole. She said that she thought we were engaging in hyperbole. Like back then, like back in the days, you ever see the old movies from the 80s and you see this motherfucker holding up the sign, the world coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? The aliens are here and all that shit. That's what she thought we were. We coming to her like, yo, it's real problem. These police out here goddamn over police in our neighborhood. They locked me up. They planted some drugs on me. We were engaging in hyperbole. Motherfuckers locked up in prison. Oh, you did something, motherfucker. Everybody in there, oh, I ain't did nothing. We were engaging in hyperbole, what she says. She also highlighted that she went through an awakening. And I wanted to definitely put that word out there, because that is an amazing word to use, because I just said, you know, most of my brothers and sisters, man, we're still in that shallow grave, man, you know what I'm saying? The greatest testament to the European American nation, to the European Americans, period, was that they knocked us unconscious, you know? They buried us in a very shallow grave. And what that means is that we can still walk around this earth, but still be dead at the same time. So I just told you, there are a lot of movies and shows, you know what I'm saying? That there are a lot of movies and shows that these people, you know, that mock us with, you know what I'm saying? That Walking Dead. One of my favorites is that World War Z shit. That's the only one I watched. That zombie apocalypse shit. That's the only, I like that shit. Brad Pitt did his motherfucking thing on that shit. That's a good ass movie, man. But the shit is so accurate. How like they just went through all over the world. You dig? They went all over the fucking world, and they made us goddamn zombies, man. That's what we are. So they mock us with this shit. Frankenstein motherfuckers. They made movies about that shit. Frankenstein. I Frankenstein, all that shit. You remember that? They were real popular when I was little, but now I think the last one I seen was that I Frankenstein. They kind of changed it around a little bit, made it. No. Van Helsing. Yeah, Van Helsing. Your boy Wolverine. He was doing this. They've been doing this thing for a long time out there in that goddamn in that Hollywood thing, you feel me? Matter of fact, Van Helsing, you had a goddamn Frankenstein in there. Dumb motherfucker, yeah. But anyway, she went through an awakening of the reality that the criminal justice system has morphed into a system that functions more like a system of control. This is what she says now. Okay, she says she went through an awakening. Dig what I'm saying now? And she found out that our criminal justice system has morphed into a system that functions more like a system of racial and social control than a system of crime prevention and control. So there is no let's stop crime. because crime it's getting worse and worse. It's getting worse. It's been getting worse and worse. All right. So I told y'all a long time ago, on one of these shows, Hitler was the motherfucker that came up with his idea. I'm gonna hire some of these little young hooligans around the way, give them some money to, break in homes, throw rocks at people's cars and shit like that. Just cause havoc in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Create crazy shit in the neighborhood. So people would come out in the daytime and see that, the cars were fucked up and wagons were flipped over and barns were set on fire and all kinds of bum-ass shit that happened through the night. And they would be like, God damn, what's going on? Yeah. So Hitler says, as a matter of fact, he came out of prison with this type of thinking. They locked his ass up too. So when he was in there, he saw, same thing I'm telling you. God damn, these fucking politicians are some bullshit. God damn. Every country in the world has the most derelict, sorry, grimy, slimy motherfuckers band together and take public office. That's what So what Hitler did was he says, I'm gonna pay these little young niggas here, goddamn, create havoc in the neighborhood. So then he goes to the people and says, well, look, if you elect me to office, I'll make sure you don't never have this problem again. Fast forward a long, long time when they got this brilliant motherfucker out of office. Now don't say, oh, you siding with Hitler, you're a psycho. Don't say that I'm fucked up because I'm siding with Hitler, because still to this day, they use a lot of his practices. They use a lot of his practices. They just try to make him look crazy so they can get motherfuckers to help take him down because he was so fucking smart. And a lot of their ass would have had it got dealt with too. You know what I'm saying? Hitler was a smart motherfucker. A lot of you motherfuckers right now driving around in Volkswagens and shit. I hate Hitler. That motherfucker's crazy. But anyway, so Miss Alexander says she came to an awakening that the criminal justice system was not functioning properly. It's not functioning as the way it was supposed to. And the way it was supposed to was, it is supposed to function as a system of crime prevention and control. Crime prevention. We're supposed to prevent all of this shit from happening before it even happens. But it morphed into a system of racial and social control, which brought her to a current understanding of the penal system today. You know what I'm saying? How it really functions today, right? As it is, the penal system now is the moral. The penal system now is the moral equivalent of the old Southern practice of racial discriminations all throughout the South, known as Jim Crow. That's what that Jim Crow was. Racial discrimination against anybody that wasn't a white male. Feel me? Now, the white female was mostly brought over here on boats, when somebody wanted to sire, have kids, wanted to have some more boys, who send to one of these countries, get them some bros, mail order bride. That's where shit come from. Trump had them a couple of them, you know what I mean? Shit's still going on, that's what they did. And they went out west, started trying to pan for gold and shit. Send me an old brother too, got them wife or two. That's what they were doing, you know what I mean? So now the women here, they become indignant because they know that their men don't give a fuck about them, and they just want to use them for male children. But they gotta, we were born with an inherent, what's the word I want to use? We're social creatures. We just want to be around people. We want to be in groups. We want to be loved. We want to be held. We want to be, all of that shit. So they had this fine line. They had to the toe, you know, and then like I said, that's where the lesbian shit come up with anyway. So they just start getting together when they saw that these men were bringing them here, but they really didn't give a fuck about them. So they just started getting together. They would start being together. You know what I'm saying? White women. But I'm not speaking down on anybody. Just giving you a little peek behind the veil back here. You know what I'm saying? What's really going on behind the veil in society. All right? But Michelle Alexander, she let us know. No, excuse me. She let us see. All right? She let us see that in this era of color blindness, it's no longer acceptable, you see what I'm saying, or socially permissible to discriminate against people because of their color. You know, you can't exclude people. You can't offer people social contempt. You see what I'm saying? So in this era of color blindness, you know, she says it's no longer permissible, socially permissible. It's not socially permissible, right? To use race explicitly for that, or as a justification for discrimination, or exclusion, or social contempt. It's not socially permissible. So we don't permit that in society anymore. That's what she's saying. Basically, we don't permit that in society anymore. So the police basically they're saying, well, you know, they can't just cause you black pull you over. They can't come up into your house without a warrant, kick in your door, start shooting. They can't do a lot of things. They're not supposed to. You see what I'm saying? Not supposed to. It's not. She says. Hold on 1 second. Hang up, whoever that is on the duo call. But anyway, so rather than rely on race, we use our criminal justice system to label our people of color as criminals. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. Because it's no longer socially permissible to do all this fucked up shit to a person just because you're black or you're Honduran or you're whatever, you know, wherever whatever you call yourself. You know, like I said, black ain't a nationality, but people call themselves black. But anybody, Mexican, whoever, you know, just, you know, they can use this, the penal system, as a way, you know, but especially the American blacks that are over here, they can use this as a means to control the people. They just label you criminal. Oh, these are criminals, right? Then they'll use it to engage in all of the practices that were supposedly left behind when it became no longer socially permissible to do these things, right? So then, once they label you as a criminal, oh, now it's on now, goddammit. Shit, you a criminal, that shit. Hunt your motherfucking ass down now, nigga. Shit, you feel what I'm saying? We can do everything to you that we used to do when it was socially permissible, when it was legal, when we could say you're 3/5 of a person, nigga. We can't say it no more, but it's true. It's still it's still on the books. It's still in fact. It's still the way of the world. But we just can't say it. But once we label you a criminal, oh yeah, then we can, shit, oh yeah, we can do this shit now. We can get back into it. See what I'm saying? So she's highlighted this shit. So today it's perfectly legal to discriminate against criminals in nearly every way that it was once legal to discriminate against the African Americans AKA the niggas and the slaves, and AKA the property, AKA the nothings and the nobodies. Today, once we label you a criminal, we can discriminate on you in the exact same way, because now you have signed your rights over to, boom, be classified as a nothing and a nobody again. Nobody, you're a slave again. Right? So she's finding this out. She went through a great awakening. You heard what she said? She went through an awakening. She woke the fuck up. So, don't you know some of these politicians out here? Some of these politicians. I heard this motherfucker on the TV the other day. He says, he said to try to in an effort to make these people, these European Americans, feel bad for trying to better society. This motherfucker. As a matter of fact, I think Trump was up there with him. I think Trump was right beside him. I endorsed this motherfucker. But this motherfucker says, America is woke and broke. So again, the same thing Trump did. He targeted, your fears about money. You know what I'm saying? Had motherfuckers telling me, oh, Trump got that, he's a great businessman, Motherfucker, how many times this motherfucker been bankrupt, man? These motherfuckers still was making $7.25 when Trump was in goddamn office. You know what I'm saying? They telling me how great he. I was like, how the fuck is he still making $7.25, nigga? Your minimum wage is goddamn $7.25. Right? What you buying with $7? That's why you out here committing crimes, motherfucker. That's why you in prison with me, nigga. You see what I'm trying to tell you, man? You see now if you sleep, change the channel, get the fuck off my page, because and it's a testament to how many followers I got, or who really awake. Some of y'all just ain't found this shit yet. But if you sleep, don't try it. Don't even try it. But Trump was up here right beside this motherfucker, and this cat was like, yeah, America's woke and broke. So he's trying to say you stupid because as long as y'all keep going against the flow, we're going to keep using these motherfuckers to put us back in office and keep jacking prices up. So even if you put that motherfucker in office, guess what he going to do? He's still going to help them jack prices up. That son of a bitch, he ain't. America's woke and broke. But it's in an effort to, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But this is great shit. This is great shit, though. I actually read this book, The New Jim Crow. I actually read this book. This is great shit, man. I'm telling you. You guys need to read this book and read it with an open mind. You know what I'm saying? See what she's saying. Y'all love Biggie so much, girl. What he say? We're going to party and bullshit, man. Don't nobody want to, take the responsibility. But you want to stay a slave? Because being, what they say, what that motherfucker say, Cypher? What Cypher say on that first Matrix movie? Ignorance is bliss. It's bliss. And even though I know this is not real steak, my mind is telling my mouth this shit sure does taste good. Y'all remember that shit? You want to take the red or the blue pill, motherfucker? It's up to you, baby. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was those motherfuckers that were afraid of the responsibility, those motherfuckers that had the kids that grew up and they fought to remain ignorant and in a blissful state. Those are the ones that now that society deems as the ones we gotta go to be our speakers and our leaders. What the fuck? Because Jesse Jackson and all these other motherfuckers, they sold us out. Maybe we can go to these guys. But what happened was the state government said, well, shit, we can control these motherfuckers here. Because we've been, for a long time, we've been We've been hoarding them. We've been, raising them off our food. You see what I'm saying? So once they grew up, it was like, we know what side they on. They're gonna fight for these motherfuckers. They're not fighting for us. So you can't speak for us. Definitely can't speak for me. You know what I'm saying? We don't agree on the way we see things. You seeing something just like Jesse Jackson used to see it, Al Sharpton. But now you criticizing Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. But anyway, I've actually read this book, man. And I've actually watched Miss Alexander's seminars and different things. Brilliant lady, man. Very smart lady. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you right here. I'm gonna tell you that it feels great to me to see somebody else put into words, the shit that I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? The shit that our children are going through. It feels good. God damn, somebody actually figured this shit out. Catch-22 though. What's the catch-22? The catch-22 is she put it in a book. Catch-22. So to hide something from a black man, this is what these European Americans say. To hide something from a black man, just put it in a book. That's what they say. To hide something from him, put it in a book. So that suggests to me, I'm not Captain Obvious, but, obviously it suggests that we don't know about this shit. All right, okay. But it suggests to me that you do know about it. If we put it in a book, we won't read it, but you will, then you know what the fuck going on. You know this lady is telling the truth. You know about this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So if you know, okay, and then you passively, what I'm trying to think of this goddamn saying they use out here now. You know what I'm saying? Something about if you don't say anything, then you still complicitly. What does it say? Complicitness is no excuse, or some shit about you still guilty. Just because you don't say nothing, you still fucking guilty, motherfucker. You are guilty. You are the most guilty. If you don't say anything, you are the most guilty. Because these children's blood are on your fucking hands. These children that are out now running away from home, and they're getting on drugs, and they're coming up missing, and this government is selling them off into sex slavery and slavery in different countries, and some Indian Arab motherfucker is fucking his 8-9-year-old daughter right now, and your 12-year-old son, then y'all don't even give a fuck. Y'all don't even give a fuck. As long as you got this goddamn nice Nissan, whatever, or this goddamn Toyota truck, or this Chevy truck, y'all don't even give a fuck. Got all these goddamn $800 tools and all this other shit. And the black people, the American blacks, is worse, man. Just as worse. Don't even give a fuck. Got some J's, they happy. Got this new Charger, happy as a motherfucker. Got me a Jag. I don't give a fuck about that shit you talking about, nigga. God damn. God damn. Shit that, wait. Shit that you give me a job. You pay me to go buy, like this right here, like these glasses. You pay me to make them. Give me a job. I got a job making glasses. I make the legs of the glasses. But then you would turn around and charge me for the same glasses I just made for you, right? Pay me. I got to pay for these goddamn glasses. But because these glasses cost so goddamn much, I feel like I'm that. This goddamn shit. Listen. I write books. I write shit. I write screenplays, movies, all that. I could not come up with some shit that is crazy. This fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even come up with some shit this crazy. This is crazy shit. But this is actually real. This is